It's sort of fun to look back at this era because both Piper and Hogan, while they're top guys here, they both acknowledge that they had some real life animosity with each other
Yep.
over who should be the top guy. Piper felt like Hogan had his spot. He felt like he'd paid his dues because he'd been a top guy in Portland and then down in Georgia. He'd set Carolina on fire as well. So in his mind, there was no question who had paid their dues between the two of them because from his perspective, Hogan worked Minnesota and made a movie with Stallone. He felt like he deserved the top spot. Does he have a point there that maybe from a paying your dues perspective, Piper was the right guy?
I disagree with that. Come on. Hulk paid his dues. Hulk worked Tennessee. Hulk worked Florida. Got his leg broken by Hiro Matsuda. Came back, and continued his training. Hulk Hogan paid his dues. That's for damn sure. There was jealousy. It was professional jealousy between the two. But to me, that's what made it work. Both were top guys, and both could make the argument for being the top guy. Because your top babyface means nothing without a top heel. So the fact that they both came up at the same time, opposite sides of the spectrum, babyface, heel, and they kept them apart long enough so that both guys were able to build in their own right. But I think it was just, to me, that was just professional jealousy talking on Roddy's part. And I don't think he really believed that. Maybe he did. Knowing Roddy, he probably did. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of professional jealousy there early on. Shit, and later on, too.
Yeah, for the rest of their career, that's going to be the case. Not long after this, you got canned. Did Piper stay in touch once you were on hiatus?
Yes, he did. Roddy and I would talk, probably once a month or so, but we always kept in touch. And Roddy is one of those guys, you look through the wrestling business, and they always say, if you can count your friends on one hand, that's a lot. I mean, that's pretty good. And Roddy was one of those guys that I would put on that hand that always kept in touch and always thought of me. It wasn't always one way, me calling Roddy going, "Oh my God, what's happening?" It went both ways, where he would call and make sure, "How you doing there, son?" And definitely did.
So in 1991, he's actually Ric Flair's first feud in the company. And in early 92, he beats the Mountie for the Intercontinental title at the Royal Rumble. And then he loses it to Bret Hart at WrestleMania 8. In your opinion, is his WrestleMania 8 Intercontinental match with Bret Hart the best of his career?
I thought, as far as work in the ring, absolutely. I think that Bret Hart got the absolute best out of Roddy. Tremendous match. They told a great story. And again, I'm not saying that Roddy Piper was a terrible worker. I'm just saying that match, as far as work-wise, story, in-ring, bell-to-bell, was probably Roddy's best match ever.
This winds up being Roddy's only gold in the WWE until years later when he has a bit of a tag run with Ric Flair. Why was this his only singles title?
Because Roddy Piper didn't need a championship. And if you were to ask me, I would have said that the championship probably hurt Roddy more than helped him. Roddy meant more to the championship than the championship did to Roddy.